Well, I'm Jagendra Rana. The topic for our discussion today is nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. The saying nothing is impossible is a motivational phrase encouraging belief in yourself and the pursuit of goals. So, even seemingly unattainable ones, emphasizing that with determination and effort, anything can be achieved. So the phrase is designed to inspire and motivate people to overcome challenge, to overcome challenges and pursue their dreams, regardless of how difficult they may seem. It encourages self belief and the idea that one's own potential is limitless. It suggests that obstacles can be overcome with perseverance and determination. It challenges the idea that certain things are simply impossible and encourages people to push beyond perceived limitations. So, a popular variation of this saying is nothing is impossible. The word itself says I am possible, attributed to Audrey Hepburn. So, many people who have achieved great things have used this mindset to overcome adversity and achieve their goals. Adidas used impossible is nothing as a slogan for many years, reflecting this mindset. Impossible is nothing. While the phrase is inspirational, it is important to remember that nothing is impossible. Doesn't mean that everything is easy or that success is guaranteed. It requires hard work, dedication, and a willingness to learn and adapt. So this is to encourage. This is to encourage. Sometimes we have an idea that seems to so impossible to achieve. But when we focus on that particular idea and start giving attention to it, then it tends to have a clear path for achievement. Clear path for achievement. So that kind of mindset is required. This is damn true. Nothing is possible in this world. You just have to try hard and make the impossible things possible. Sometimes you have to wait for months and even for the right time. But don't lose hopes and never give up. Always try to achieve your goals. The one and the beautiful quote I found on the internet is nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. I'm possible. So these are just for motivation and I hope you will like them. It is going to be hard, but hard is not impossible. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I am possible. There's nothing impossible to whom or to him who will try. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. I have learned to use the word impossible with the greater caution. Without faith, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible. So we all have dreams and desires of a better life, of goals of doing more. Unfortunately, we often find ourselves struggling to achieve these goals. and instead fall into the trap of overwhelming despair. So it is always important to find what you want from the life. If you do not have a cherished desire, then you will never find the right way. And every little thing will become an insurmountable obstacle. So believe in yourself. When you are after something bigger, difficult paths, tougher situations are coming up in your way, what do you want to push up by? You have to face the situation and make the impossible things to possible. So always think on achieving the impossible. Your path to it can become a reality. Your path to it will become a reality. Because the things we are planning or we are doing in our life, they keep on changing. Over a period of time, they keep on changing. Have you heard the expression nothing is impossible? That is not a very good sentence. Why? Because nothing and impossible are both negative words. Your brain will recognize these words as negative and simply don't get the wanted positive effect. So if you say everything is possible, your brain will act to it as a positive mindset. The brain acts differently to negatives and positive words along with your actions. If you keep feeding your brain with negative statements about yourself, you will soon believe that those sentences are true. For examples, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'll never be able to reach my goals. Have you ever tried to make these sentences positive? I'm good enough, I can do this, I'll reach my goals because I believe in myself. Does it feel sense to think like this about yourself? Huh? So that kind of mentality will change everything. That's your choice. If I often get the question, how can you so happy and positive? You live with chronic pain and have been through more tough stuff than most other people. Well, that's my possible mindset and the knowledge that is my choice. That is my choice. So at times your choice works. Your choice works and that works in your favor. Because if you are removing the negative words from your life, the positivity would be there. What we see in our imagination does not always coincide with our reality. Can it be said that nothing is impossible? All possible versions of your reality already exists. You have to step into the reality and include your preferred conditions. So our lives are less about what is possible and more about what is relevant. Each of us has the potential to unlock the impossible. Everything in our reality is made of energy and has a signature vibration. Signature vibration means similarly to a radio station with a particular signal from a specific channel, the objects and experiences we desire have a distinct vibration. When we match frequencies with what we desire, we allow ourselves to get what we want. Paulo Coelho's classic novel, The Alchemist, is a book read by people worldwide. One of the themes of The Alchemist is that our treasure is always right under our feet. We just have to develop the vision to see it. Our belief systems will determine what is possible in our lives. So, have you ever been told seeing gets believing? The truth is believing in seeing. We can interpret our life experiences as I am not getting what I want. Only this belief results in an experience where we continue not getting what we want. An alternative belief system is I always get what I want. If it is not available yet, then there must be an excellent reason for this. So everything that could ever exist is in the here and now. Our desires will remain invisible to us as long as we hold belief systems that limit what is possible. Nothing is impossible if you have the vision. What we desire only becomes visible to us only when our belief system becomes aligned with our vision. In other words, we have to believe it is possible first. Check out our world. Nothing is impossible quotes. These brief quotes use only a few words to remind you nothing is impossible. For me, nothing is impossible. I know nothing is impossible in life. If you work hard, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible to a willing heart. With love and patience, nothing is impossible. No matter where you are, nothing is impossible. The word self says, I am possible. I won't predict anything historic, but nothing is impossible. See, about film direction, nothing is impossible. I want to say this to all Philippines, nothing is impossible. I think that nothing is impossible when you want to fulfill a dream. I'm going to become the Pope next year, nothing is impossible. That is the kind of confidence must reflect from your statements. Some things are just less likely than others. It is often merely for an excuse that we say things are impossible. Virtually nothing is impossible in this world. If you just put your mind to it and maintain a positive attitude, there are many things that seems impossible only so long as one does not attempt them. The big thing for me is just contributing to be a beacon of hope and showing people that nothing is impossible. The faith is the first factor in a life devoted to service. Without it, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible. So the list includes quotes from world-class athletes and artists who have redefined what is possible. That Novak Djokovic said, in my case I can sincerely say that nothing is impossible. Paul Arden says, make your vision of where you want to be a reality. Nothing is impossible. I have no limits. There is no in my dictionary. Nothing is impossible for me. I'm the kind of guy that says nothing is impossible when you work hard. It's most likely, or it is most unlikely. But here comes the big but, not impossible. Nothing is impossible in football. And that is our idea, our philosophy. Future orientation is combined with a notion and expectation of progress, and nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible in this world. Firm determination, it is said, can move heaven and earth. But nothing is impossible. There are ways that lead to everything, and that if we had sufficient will, we should always have sufficient means. Sufficient means also. So all you need to be reminded that nothing is impossible sometimes. So many things seems impossible until you try. But it is only your thoughts that can decide the possible from the impossible. Impossible means that you just didn't do it. The magic of music. With it, all things are possible. Some of the things you think are impossible to do can be done even by you. In life, nothing is impossible to achieve when you have enthusiasm, optimism, confidence, and commitment. Dreams taught me never to doubt myself while letting me to do the impossibles. That which is impossible is only so when one speaks of it to be so. You reap that which you speak to be so. It's neither easy nor impossible. Everything in this universe ranges from fear to hard work. Just go and get what you want. The word impossible is only in the mind and not in the heart. If we can remain in the heart, there will be no end to our progress. I would employ the wise and strong of the empire, using righteousness to lead them. In this way, nothing is impossible. So like all Americans, we have no talent for bowing to the inevitables. The word impossible is not in this vocabulary. But with good, nothing is impossible. There's more ropes and ladders and tellers out of pits than you can conceive. So it is difficult to say what is impossible, for the dream of yesterday is the hope of today and the reality of tomorrow. So I plainly told, be you sincerely converted and with your whole heart to the Lord or God, for nothing is impossible to you. Our far modern science and techniques have fallen short of their inherent possibilities. They have taught mankind at least one lesson, that nothing is impossible. That is how you develop your confidence. It is not me as a coach, it is not your family, friend or colleagues who is responsible of your choices. It is only you who have that power. It is always your choice. Take it seriously. Don't blame it on others. When you don't achieve what you want, you are the leader of yourself. And when you can lead yourself, it will be easier for you to lead other people. Which choices do you do for yourself? How does your choices improve or impair your daily life? Are you a possible leader or are you an impossible leader? So the sentence could mean a lot of things. Are you a possible leader? Could mean that you might be a leader, but maybe you have never tried it so far. So if you already are a leader, it could mean that you see the possibilities in your employees and in your business growth. What about if you are an impossible leader? An impossible leader doesn't hesitate to reject employees who comes up with new ideas and they don't see the opportunities even when they come up on a silver string. They see problems and difficulties in everything except maybe in their own ideas. Thank you. Thank you very much.